Welcome back, fight fans, to another episode of the Mighty Shutout Podcast. In the house, coming out of Ottawa, Westside Muay Thai, Nick Wang. How are you today, sir?
I'm good, man. Having a good weekend.
Good, good. I know we already just kind of did this. We had to switch over to Zoom, guys. I apologize, but it is what it is. Technical difficulties. What do you got going on for a long weekend, sir?
Just visiting family. I'm in Toronto 3 weeks out of the month this year. One for family and then two for fights.
Of course, for fights. Yeah. Hey, man, are you in the bathroom?
No, I'm the like basement kitchen.
Oh, I see. Okay, just the way it looks in the sink there. Yeah, I'm like, dude, are you
Yeah.
having a crunch doing a podcast? That's pretty cool.
Ultimate power move.
There you go. No kidding. Awesome, man. Well, I just mentioned earlier as well. I'll say it one more time, guys. I apologize for the puffy eyes this morning. I am 9 hours off coming off a commentating gig at Exceed Muay Thai. Um, Great event. If there's anything that's a little weird, I don't mind it. But if commentating, obviously, Nick, you know that I commentate fights here and there. But this one is like live, like everybody can hear me. So the promoter did ask, like, instead of commentating normal, I want you to sort of like help educate the public into what they're watching, the music, the Mongkong, all that kind of stuff. So it's hard because also as a coach, when you commentate, nobody really hears you. So you get to be like, man, I'd love to see Blue Corner do this, and maybe they could do that. And but you can't really do that when everybody hears you. I'll just call what I see. But anyway, great event. I had lots of fun. So, but in the meantime, I'm glad we can make this work today, man. I've known you for a while now, man. You guys have brought me out to Ottawa to help commentate. You guys have been here. I help with you guys. You guys beat the shit out of me on the pads. I'm already counting down to when that has to happen again.
Next week.
Next week, man. Yeah, big fight coming up. Hey, so are you coming down to on Mike Miles' event there?
No, I'm not going to be able to make it.
No. Oh, that's all right, man. Um, how's it? Listen, Gym of the Year. Yeah, that Muay Thai Canada, Gym of the Year, Westside Muay Thai. Kind of saw that coming, man. And it's not that you guys, not that Westside Muay Thai has all of a sudden come out of nowhere. But there has definitely been a leveling up of that gym in the past few years that has just all of a sudden exploded, man. Um, Talk to us about Westside Muay Thai, man. What's going on there? Are you an instructor there? Do you train fighters? Is it your gym? Let us know about Westside a little bit.
So definitely this wave of improvement has been with Ben taking over the gym.
Okay.
Um, I think all people know that gyms go through waves, right? You get when something good happens, when the team gets like the right chemistry, everything gets a little better. And there's always times people get busy or like you lose some core members and then things get kind of rocky and choppy for a while, or people start retiring after fighting for 10 years.
Yep.
So I think this is just like the next cumulative, everybody's efforts starting to pay off. The guys who have put their efforts in during the middle of the pandemic when no one was allowed to fight are now starting to kind of come into their own and develop their strategies and be able to do what we want them to. So,
and along with Muay Thai opening up in Ontario as well. I mean, all gyms seem to have leveled up out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's so much competition now. Last year was crazy. They had I think there was a fight booked for every single weekend of the year.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, you're going to get a lot of fights that way. If anything, excuse me, you're going to need more fighters instead of fights themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. People are definitely, last year was hard. A lot of people were finding it difficult to get good matchups. So you get those cards that are all just the amateur builders, right? Which are perfect. They're really good for getting, like for building the community. But then when you try to run your show, then you still have to build like excitement for the A-class fights and like the experienced guys, right? That's what you want as the person who's running it.
Right. You're right. Yeah, for sure. What's your favorite thing about Westside Muay Thai?
Oh, what's my not favorite thing? We have so many, like we have such a good group. Everyone's in there. We're all working hard. We have like some of the best camaraderie I've ever seen at a gym.
Great.
Like, I've 10 years, gone around to all the different gyms, at least in our areas, and I've traveled to Thailand, like met up with a bunch of people, and just you never get something this close. Everyone, yeah, we go out to eat after training. We make sure that we're there for each other when we need to. We bring a big crowd when we travel too, right? Even in Calgary, we had a good number of fans, including our own guys. So
Yeah.
it's just the best community you could ask for.
Yeah, good call, man. Good call. And I'll tell you what, if there's anything that I did notice about, you know, with Sensei YouTube, everybody's putting stuff on Instagram, backflip kicks and do this combo and do all that. And if anything, it was seeing you guys train, visiting you guys, being at the gym, and just watching how you guys operate. You're exactly right. That's how I see it. Like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like everybody, oh Thailand, all the Thais are the best. Well, then just do it like them. And I think you guys do a good job of that. The secret sauce is it it's already out there. Just do the work.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think you guys do a very good job of that out there.
Thank you. Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah. Now, how about yourself, Nick? So, for those who don't know, I listen. You're like me. You're a man of many hats. Whether it be helping promote or train or teach, you used to fight. You're the cameraman. You're the IT guy, like for Capital Punishment. Plus, you have a regular job. Um, how does and I do want to touch on this a little bit, but now that you're not fighting now, you retired, as we know, and now that this scene has exploded, do you how do you feel about that? Does it hurt your feelings? Or are you like, no, man, I'm good. I'm happy to see the next generation come up. Or both.
Uh, I think everybody goes through that transition
Sure,
phase,
man. Yeah.
right? There's definitely, I think there's always something in me that's still like, oh, I probably got one more in me. You
Sure.
know, you got those good weeks, those good months where you're like, everything just kind of seems up, right? Where it feels like, man, I could really, especially you see some of the guys that come through, even in our weight class, you're like, I could take him.
I could beat him. Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. But I do think like I'm starting to see my body get a little slower, and it's like I see the work that the new guys put in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that. I've been there, but like doing that now and trying to balance everything, and then still like if you were to want to, it'd be taking away from everyone else,
Yep.
right?
Yes. Good call. Yeah.
Yeah, not only like the lack of availability for me, but then I've got to take another trainer's time, and everyone's got to help and focus on keeping me sharp and keeping me in there mentally as well, right? So
Yes.
all that just adds up, and I think it like makes the most sense. I could go maybe like one more fight, two more fights, three more fights, maybe win a title once.
Hmm.
But then like that's taking away a title shot from one of the other guys on the team. That's taking away a training camp from the other guy who has 15, 20 more fights in him, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
It's the
But I also think that comes with a mature attitude. Like I think the young generation would be like, that wouldn't even be a thought. Like, oh, my other teammate, like, fuck, let's go. I'm sorry, you got a broken leg. Yeah, put those pads on, man. I got a title fight coming up. So I think that's a very mature way to look at it. And from my like again, I've had like a handful of amateur fights, right? But even how I liked to be as a martial artist and train on the mats, and uh, if I if I half-assed a workout, I was pissed off at myself. So even on the dance floor, I trained as hard as I could. And maybe I don't know if this is the same kind of scenario you were just talking about, but I even heard like my knees. I know my knee, it's destroyed. Blah blah blah. Like I'm probably done. Like I am done for the most part training, but everybody wants to go against my surgeon's advice. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to the surgeon that worked on your knee. Listen to me. Here's what you should do. And it's like whether you're right or wrong, but it's like for what? What am I coming back to? You should take one more fight. For what? Like what
yeah.
for what? Is it just a little personal thing? Okay, well maybe that's okay, but that's kind of I guess what I hear you saying. Like
Oh
why?
yeah.
For what?
That exact conversation came up where I was talking about maybe getting the next one.
Okay.
Um, and one of the old owners, he was like, "But for why? Like, what do you need to do it for?
Yeah.
Right? You, by all means, do it, but ask yourself, like, why?
Yeah.
For what are you doing this?" And I think I took a long, hard look and like really tried to weigh the options and decided it's like, okay, probably shouldn't.
Right. But you
Yeah,
are allowed to say because I got an itch I can't scratch. That's
yeah,
it. You're allowed to say that. Fuck it. I got an itch, man. I want to fight. I want to hit someone.
yeah,
I think that's a valid reason. If I think if you tiptoe it, you're being silly. But if you're someone who's just like, just fuck it, man, I want to have a scrap. Well, good enough for me. So off you go.
yeah. We have our in-houses. I fought on those a couple times. Those are fun. Our little mini community scraps.
Yeah. So are you? This is like your guys' Christmas party, right?
Yeah.
Listen, man, fight nights are intense. they're intense. They're moody, they're everything. They're anxious, they're excited, they're scared, they're nervous, they're fearful, they're pent up energy. And you guys choose to fight at your Christmas party? You guys call that fun? What's wrong with you?
Uh, it's no better way of showing love for the team. I think like I've only fought guys from our own gym. It's like we do so many that's just like, it would be fun. Remember these guys had an argument? Let's make them fight about it, right? Or even just yeah, we keep it safe. Everything's good, but it's
Sure.
just especially people who wouldn't not like we wouldn't give that opportunity because they don't work hard enough,
Sure.
or the ones who work hard enough, but you want to see what they're made of.
Yep. Yep.
That's like a nice stage to have where it's public, but it's not public.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's a good little. Yeah, it's one thing from sparring in your thing. Like even when I was like a young kid, like when I was 15, 16, when I had my fight, like one of the biggest things I remember that was a big deal was I got to go stand in front of everybody with my shirt off. Like I don't think, like I never had my shirt off in the gym. Like, but just even things like that, people yelling at you and like, if you get into an argument in the parking lot and you get into a fight, well, yeah, you were heated, but now you're not. And someone's going to say, no, go fight him now. Right. Like that's hard to do. I got to get used to that. I also think that's good camaraderie, man. I also think that a gym like you, it's not personal. This is what we do for fun. So let's go have some fun and celebrate Christmas. I think that's a great idea.
I think it brought me and Adele together more for sure. He's in Calgary now too, I think.
Oh no way!
Yeah,
Oh
he's
nice.
I think he's at Elite.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, nice,
yeah, he moved out there for a job, and then he's just been kind of grinding away.
nice. And I suppose I could speak to Adele himself, but is he still looking to want to compete and all that good stuff?
I think so. We've got
Oh,
him up. We have him booked for capital punishment, so
nice. Okay,
he'll be back, which is nice.
nice. I'm just out of curiosity. Is the commentator invited back or?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yes.
we were relying on you, man. There's no way. We were thinking about like, should we make him MC if we something happen? No, no, no. We need him to commentate. There's no if, ors, or buts about it. Every single show.
Listen, I'd love that show. Give me a dustpan and a broom. Just make sure I'm there. I don't want to miss it.
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
well,
You're our guest of honor for sure.
I appreciate that, man. I'm a big fan of you guys, and like for lots, it was nice to hang out with you guys. You guys came and we trained and all that stuff. But I really liked. I felt like ass. But after capital punishment, when we went for breakfast, I took like an hour and 35-minute walk to you guys just to get my life together. But I did like how you guys all sat down. I liked how you shared a meal after a fight, and I like how you bust each other's balls. Honestly, like I think most teammates. Listen, I'm in the boat too. There's just some things like, oh man, I don't want to say that, but you guys let it fly, and you accept them all. Like that's the big part too. It's one thing to like say it, but it's another thing to be like, oh no, I hear you, man. I hear you. I think that really caught my eye, and I think that's something that's rare in gyms. Period. And I think that's one of the things that keeps a strong glue at Westside Muay Thai is you guys bust each other's balls with honesty, but you also take those criticisms properly. And I just don't think that you see that in the fight world very much.
We everyone at Westside's kind of like got a different role, We have the guys that are more ball busters, we have the guys that are more on the like softer side, and the
Sure.
people who build you up and the people who break you down. I think that's part of why the gym works so well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I agree. Hey, what was it about? And I do want to talk about you, obviously, but it's easy. I don't know. It's easy to say, well, Ben took over the gym. The magical Ben changed everything. But it's not one guy, but it starts with one guy. But what is it about maybe specifically Ben's leadership that brings the team up? Not so much Ben, but what is it about his leadership that changed things?
I think he's good at picking out who to do what, but also the way he kind of approaches things is really he's always there, right?
Mm.
I think that's the big thing or the magical thing about Ben and his leadership is that he is always making the sacrifice and he's always around, right? And then when he's not, he's on top of it. He's making sure that I'm around or that Manad's around or that James is around, right? He makes sure that there's a head coach available, that there's a teammate around that's available, right? So then even if he's not there physically, he's there kind of pulling the strings to make sure that you're getting what you need.
Awesome, man. And I think 99%. Okay, I mean I don't know what statistic, but very 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 high. that let's call it 90%. That's 90% of the job. Like, and it's the hardest part, being there, showing up day after day, no matter what, for your fighters. I like that's hard. It's easy on paper. This is what you got to do. No problem. I'll be there. But that requires you to take time out of your day as well, every single day. And we often hear about fighters, the fighters, the sacrifice fighters have to make. Well, if you have someone like you just said, a teammate who's there, no matter what, they have to make that sacrifice too. So I get it, man. That's got to be the biggest shoes to fill in a role. And but yourself as well, Nick. Listen, I see you too. If I see, well, I talked about it when we butchered the first podcast here. You're one half of Team Big, Nick, Big Wang, Big Ben Pride. Like I see you guys. You know, did that happen to you? Were you already part of that, or did that help reignite something for you too? Like I kind of when I see Ben, I see Nick.
I think it definitely reignited something for me. It
Nice.
was like coming out of knee injuries and just also like thinking about retiring and feeling weaker against like the guys who were getting so good,
Yeah.
right? It's definitely like a big blow, and really growing into that coaching role and having Ben give me the opportunity and kind of like everybody else kind of listen to what I have to say and watching things get better, right? It really gave me that push. I was like, all right, I'm in it, right? I
Awesome.
think just like gyms, I've had waves. I've been more into it. I've been fighting every 2 weeks, every month, to like 6 month layoff. I got sick, I got injured, something happened. Oh, I changed jobs or whatever, right? Your brain, no matter who you are, you get those ups and downs, and it's about how you kind of work through it for yourself to move through.
Yeah. And either way, consistency is the key. I mean, everybody loves to ride the highs, but when they're low, you got to keep on that ride. You know.
A good example, I was listening to the Kate Clements podcast. I
Hmm.
feel like I went through a similar journey that she's probably going through now, right?
Okay.
Which I need to take time for myself. I've done this for so long, right? Like those things I've gone through 100%, and now I'm just like right back in it.
Sure. Sure. Um, and even myself, like, well, shit, I might even be there now. To be honest, don't get me wrong. I love coaching and teaching and everything, but I've given for the past 25 plus years. It's always been about the team and giving, and just sometimes you're like, maybe I just want to take a little bit of time for me. I want to do what I want to do. But a team, especially a fight team, doesn't work that way. If everybody wants to do what they want to do, no one's on the dance floor. You know, it can't be that way. But um, now let's talk about you, Nick. So first of all, you're retired. Like just looking at you, what are you? 20, 21 years old?
I'm 33 this year.
33. There you go. Hey, along that whole thing we talked about, my business partner, my instructor, uh, someone I look up to. So I credit him turning me from a young man to a man. That's Mike Bondi. I think he was episode 3 on the podcast. And I don't know if he said it on the podcast, but he said it to me. And I remember he said, listen, maybe somehow you don't end up with more responsibilities in life, but you sure as hell never end up with any less. And I never forgot that. And as you get older and you see all these kids 20 years old, what are you doing? I don't know. I got up at 10, I ate some ramen, I came and trained. And like that was their life's responsibilities. And, work and, family and in laws and parents and this and that and coaching and training. And so I think that's got to be, I'm sure you would agree, but at some point, do you feel that too? Like just the responsibilities pile up high enough that you're just like, this fighting thing just has to take a back seat. You know what I mean?
I've had it. I feel like lately it's been the opposite, where like
Nice.
all of these things that I'm just like, all right, after I make it to the fights, after this weekend, or after that one event, or after training, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, man. It was Valentine's Day yesterday. Where was I? I was commentating an event. Like, don't get me wrong. I chose to be there. Don't get me wrong. Um, on maybe a little more of a personal note, outside of fighting, like you have a full time job, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. And matter of fact, when you were in Calgary, you were working while we were chatting. Like everywhere we had to go, you were working. And um, so, in all honesty, and I don't mean this, I mean this in an actual curiosity way. Out of all this coaching and traveling, what do you get out of it? And I don't mean like financially. I mean like honestly, like you, Nick. Like what do you get out of all this? What satisfaction do you get out of this?
It's a good one. I think like the number one thing for me is like the community of being part of our team.
Yeah,
And it's like, I can't make it work every time, right?
sure.
I won't be able to make it for the next one. But if I'm there and I am able to, then I want to be there, right? Um, Being able to be part of somebody's journey, especially in those like big turnkey moments. But even if it's not a turnkey moment, like it's you're building them on that path, right? I think like being able to say like I helped with that, right? Somebody changed my life, right? The same way you credit your sensei for helping you turn you from like a boy into a man.
Yep.
Whenever someone's like, Nick got me into fitness, or Nick's the reason I stayed at the gym, or Nick helped me through this camp, right? That's kind of like what I'm looking for getting out of it. Yeah. I know exactly that feeling. Like when you get those partners that kind of do that for you, and you're just like, man, I never would have made it this far. Jasper was such a big part of my growth,
Shout out to
right?
Jasper.
Wayne, yeah, huge shout out to Jasper. Still putting in time at Westside.
That a boy.
Yeah, another good example of someone who was probably a little tired of it for a bit, and Ben brought him back, kind of like got the juices flowing again,
Yeah.
right? Um, I think that's the big thing, like the people that you love and you spend time around. If you miss it, go look for it.
Yeah. Good. Well said, man. Well said. Um, and I agree too. Like if you're looking to if you're doing Muay Thai, you're fighting and you're looking at it as a finances. I'm going to get rich doing Muay Thai. That's why I do it. You've been dropped on your head many times, too many times. But I don't know how to explain it either. Like I just if I didn't have the Muay Thai community, whether it's just going to watch fights or just saying hi to people, like I would feel really lost. Like of course I'd find something to fill it, but I like doing this. I've said to many people, whether it's promoters or anything, like I'm just happy to be part of this. Like, and I think you nailed it. I always tell people, life after fighting, what should you do? Give back. Give back. That's it. Just like I've heard it, like you just said, I've heard it many times. I couldn't have done this without you. Okay, good. Remember that, because somebody else is going to need some help, and that's the only way it gets done. If we're all here for ourselves, you're only going to go so far. And I think that's the team atmosphere of Westside. Is like I've been around a long time. I'm jealous of the team feel that you guys have in all the right reasons. I'm not jealous in like, oh, fuck those guys. I love you guys, but that's really what I want. Is if you win fights, great. It's the community that I want first, and then I think it rises from there.
Yeah, it's something that's so hard to build, man. I think another good answer for you for what do I get out of it? Uh, Being in this industry, being part of all of these is it's just like so much more interesting than anything else.
Yeah, good
Right?
call.
You, like me, you get crazy people, you get Ben, you get like the number of characters that I never would have met in a normal 9 to 5 life or doing any other sport.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's a big one for me in terms of Muay Thai, like getting to travel the world, getting to meet all these people who've like either turned their lives around or like changed who they are. Um, what is it? I've met like one of the members of the gym, like owns a strip club. You meet gangbangers, guys who've gone to prison who like really turned it around. It's
nice.
really cool. Like people I didn't think I would like, right? That
Hmm.
I kind of vibing with because of Muay Thai and like them kind of having their attitude changed even from it. So I
Yeah,
think that's a big one for me.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a very coach's mindset. Clearly you've accepted that role. So how about yourself, man? Where did you find Muay Thai? Where did Muay Thai start for you?
Oh, dude. So I wanted to do MMA way back in the day.
Gross.
Probably, what was it, like 15, 16 years ago now? Is I think Coach James back in the day too. He's one of the old owners of Westside.
Shout out to James. Big fan of him.
Yes, sir. I found out kind of recently. I think he started in jiu-jitsu and then moved into striking after.
Not a boy.
Yeah. God. Thank God, huh? He's definitely like to this day one of the best people at like breaking down mechanics and doing stuff like the in terms of explaining things and teaching.
Oh yeah.
Just does so well.
Huh.
But like in terms of like not just getting it technically right, but just the right moment of or explaining how to get that explosive power, when to relax, when to like really juice it in, how to like set your position, that kind of stuff. I've like learned a lot from James, even just watching him. He's always unhappy with whatever he's trying to do because he's a perfectionist. But then you
Yeah.
just sit there and watch him hit the bag for like 20 minutes, and you're like, "Fuck, I wish I could torque like that."
Right.
Yeah, but
You
anyway,
said torque, not twerk, right?
might have said twerk.
Column A, little column A, little column B.
um, yes, torque. But he joined our MMA gym and took over the Muay Thai program there.
Okay.
And that was actually where I met Ben too. So I was already training at that MMA gym. I like did the boxing. They had like a Muay Thai class taught by an ex what's it called? JTF.
GTF.
JTF. It's like a oh my God. What is the term? Special forces. Ex special
Okay.
forces.
Okay. I see.
There we go. I was like Secret Service, not the word.
Right. I got you though.
Forces guy.
Okay.
And he was pretty good. He had like all of his own tricks and stuff, but it wasn't like the ring sport. You know, he didn't like get the nuances. He didn't understand a lot of specific things about like what makes Muay Thai powerful. I
Okay.
mean, he taught good kickboxing, basic wheels, turns, elbows, knees, right? So everyone had like a base of some sort. But then Wayne and James came in and kind of like flipped the program upside down. And
Okay.
they did such a good job. But like at the time, I was like, I want to do MMA, like coming off your feet, blah blah. Like although every time I got better, a little better at Muay Thai, I'd get like a little worse at boxing. And
Okay.
I just start getting tuned up in boxing, and they'd be like, "Oh, you got to come back, do more boxing classes." Anyway, yeah, I took a big break. Like I went to school, did university, kind of like went through the whole um the normal people life thing and fucking hated it. I think like by third year in, I was like, holy shit, like one more year, just white knuckle right through.
So by this time you're like about 20-ish or so?
Yeah, 2021.
Okay.
And one of my old buddies, when we trained in MMA together and he fought a couple times, he like rejoined the gym and they got him a fight in like 3 months. I was like, man, I never got to fight as a kid. Do you think they'd let me like my parents wouldn't let me do it? I'm old enough now. Like, do you think if I joined that I'd get like they get me a fight pretty quick? And he was like, they like you. Yeah, they'll remember you for sure. Go for it. And lo and behold, I got in, I think I joined in May, and it was like James's wife Tash was teaching. I think I puked the first class. And the week after I sparred, I think Graham broke my rib.
Oh God. I'm going back to boxing.
Maybe not broke, bruised for sure. Like sit-ups hurt all the way up until my next fight. Like
Yeah.
every single day we do like the 100 or 200 at the end of the day and be like,
Right.
ow, ow, ow.
Oh my
uh,
goodness.
yeah, I fought in like 2-3 months. Like early August was my first demo, and then first sanctioned fight on Sasha's show. Shout out to Sasha from Fight and Fitness.
Damn right. Yeah. Tried to get him on the podcast. Matter of fact, we had a chat at Capital Punishment, but and then he was opening a gym and things happened. But yeah, well, I'll have to try to reignite that again. Why? What is it about fighting? Like this is always what I'm so curious about. Like, why do you want to take a fight? What led you to like, hey, like it almost sounds like some people, most people maybe find combat sports and they go, hey, I think I want to try a fight. It sounds like you're the opposite. Like, bro, I want to fight, therefore I got to go do this. Do I got that right?
Kinda. I mean, when I started, it was kind of like I want to get one in. I put so much time in.
Okay.
Right? Like I was training with my friends. Yeah, I wanted to fight, but I think that's just like teenagers being teenagers, being like the UFC was getting real popular. Mark Hall's got in the UFC. Someone from Ottawa, right? Like there was like a huge deal for us back then when we were all kids, right? And I just want to be cool, I guess.
Hey man, yeah, I'm still trying. It's not working, but I'm trying. I hear you.
A little bit of column A of wanting to be cool, a little bit of like wanting to learn how to defend myself, like the confidence that you get out of it, like all of those things were so great. It's like it changed me fundamentally as a person.
Yeah.
But yeah, at first I just wanted to try it. I had so much fun doing it. I was like, holy shit, I got to do that again. Right.
Okay.
So it kind of quickly went from like, I need to get I want to get a fight in. Don't let the time go to waste. I want to test myself to like, I think I could, like, the opportunities kept coming up.
Hmm.
The cool things kept happening. I think fight number 5, like 6 months from my 4 months from my first demo, fight number 5 was in New York City.
Is that
Like,
right?
yeah, I think I
Wow.
bought a demo on the Saturday, and that like Simon Marcus reffed. That was real cool. He did a
Nice.
star. I did a private, like semi-private with him with Graham, and then we fought that night. I fought someone from Apex. Shout out to Apex, beautiful gym,
You
one of
bet.
our friends. And then like Monday evening, my coach calls me and is like, "So, what's your weight at?" And I'm like, "What? I just fought. Like, I picked out. What do you mean?" 155. I'm like, "Yeah, dude. I was like 150 before the fight. We're good." He's like, "All right, 155 Friday night fights." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Nice.
Go to New York, dude. I'm like, "Oh shit. Okay, let me check with work. I'm down." So yeah, we drove down. It was insane. Um,
Nice. And
that
that
was
was I'm assuming no shin guard, no gear fight.
oh, dude. No headgear, which was cool.
Yeah.
We pushed. We That was one of like the biggest. I got sandbagged hard,
Oh,
and I did good. I did good. Don't get me wrong. I lost on points, but it was insane. It was a Monday matchup. Last minute drove down, and I think he was from like UFC gym or something.
okay.
But we walked in, and he didn't make 155.
Really?
I was like, I think I got on the scale. I was like 153, and it was day before. We're making him do laps. He's still like 158.
Wow.
Like 6 feet tall, ripped, giant black dude. I was like,
Ooh.
oh, okay. And then they came up to us and they wanted to do shin guards. So we argued a bunch. We tried to get them to cut the extra weight. They like refused. They were kind of just like take it or leave it. So
Wow.
yeah.
Fuck you. I'll leave it.
Crazy. There's like, I mean, you drove down to New York, you're here, right? Like, if you don't want to fight, fuck it. This guy's going home,
Right.
right? So, yeah, I said, screw it. Let's go. I talked to the coaches. There's like, whatever. He's not going to hurt you. You're fine. And like, on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the third round, every leg kick, he was kind of like you could see he didn't want to put his foot down on it.
Right.
And I got 5 fights in, I like didn't really have like 5 fights, including demos. I didn't really have like quite enough composure. I saw it and kind of just went for it, and I
Yeah.
just started swinging.
Yeah.
Like no setup, just every time I would go. So he'd start like picking his leg up and like getting out of the way and then countering. I was like, ah, fuck. So I lost on points. I think first round was mine, second was pretty close, and then third I definitely lost.
Okay.
So
So it was tight.
yeah, it was. Oh, man, fucking. He was definitely having a worse night than me after. Like my
That's
ankle was a little sore. He was
sure.
limping bad.
Moral victory. Moral victory.
Fuck yeah. That was cool. That was I think that was one of Stephen Walker fought on that one.
Okay. Yeah.
He's like a big 200
Put him to
pounder.
sleep.
Yeah, put him to sleep. I think like multi-time lion fights champ.
Yep.
And then Brett Havelchik, I think, was on his way out, kind of like one of his last fights. And I watched him twist his ankle in like probably the first minute and just blast through 5 rounds on a twisted ankle. It was sick. I was like, whoa.
Were
Yeah.
you the lights and sounds of New York in a fight card, did it catch you by surprise at all? Were you a little bit spooked, or were you just like, yeah, whatever?
I think like all the big fights, I mean, every fight I get real nervous.
Yeah.
All like every fight. I think probably the ones where I wasn't as nervous were the ones that I did a little less well on.
Hmm.
I don't know, like where like if you're not nervous and you're not in there, I'm like falling asleep, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like taking that first round just to amp yourself up it's like extra time. Your mind's not quite in it.
Yep.
But New York, I don't even remember the walk-in. I remember the screaming and the cheering. Um, I remember being real excited to get in the ring, but like when the fight goes, I don't think I really noticed too much outside of the fight. I can hear a voice sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Ben will tell you I don't listen super well.
Okay.
I just, sometimes I just don't hear it with like the adrenaline or if there's like headgear or whatever.
Yep.
But obviously, no headgear in a while. It's like if I don't hear it or hear it at the right time, I'm like still in my head. I'm like overthinking a little, that kind of thing. I'm
Yep.
focused in that moment. It's me and you. We're in the ring. And anything else that comes up is almost like a distraction than it is like helpful. Right.
Yeah. Well said. Yep. And when you're adrenalized like that, like there's, your auditory goes way down, right? You're full of adrenaline, you're laser focused. So yeah, you're some often you don't hear every once in a while. I'm sure you can hear a few things being yelled out, but yeah, for the most part, you're too focused on what the hell I'm doing now. Like if I'm
Yeah.
listening to everything, God, I'm gonna get smashed.
Yeah.
How many fights have you had, Nick?
I think I'm at 28 now.
That's a lot of fights, man, for a Canadian.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's I had a real good career. It's for the most part like pretty well managed. And I was in that like space where things started to get better. Um, but like now they're just like they've really gotten way better since the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Since like one FC is now like an end goal for us too, like for all Muay Thai fighters, right? One or RWS. I think back in the day, kind of like the goal would be to try to break into the Thai stadium scene,
Yeah.
right? Like Channel 7 or Lumpini, but it was like almost impossible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then Max came out. Max was probably one of the first, like the bigger entertainment
Yeah.
show, like the thing that the foreigners would go to when they were over there. But out here, we had nothing. We had lion fights, I guess. Friday night fights was like the pinnacle.
Yeah.
I got there fight five. We didn't keep going because we knew it's always kind of like that, right?
Kind of
Um,
us too, a little bit.
yeah, yeah. Like I think North America with the boxing and UFC reputation, like everyone's trying to protect records, right? So you got to be like a talent, a generational kind of talent to like upset as an underdog if you wanted to really do well on like those big stages. And
Yeah.
I think I'm good, but not quite there enough to be able to like show up and just start finishing people out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty high standard to have. I mean, most people can't do that, right? But oh man. Oh, that's what I was going to say. And I do tell my fighters this, and I remind them right away as well. Like you just said, like once we know we have a fight somewhere else, like we're the ones leaving Calgary, I remind my fighters a million times. Nobody brings somebody into their promotion to lose or to win. Like, you're not going there to win. So just remember that. Of course, you hope for an even fight, but you know, if we're going to wherever it is, Vancouver, and you're fighting somebody from Vancouver, like, nobody's bringing you in to win. Just know that. So we got to put in the extra.
It is one thing I like about how Muay Thai Canada runs for the most part. I don't know if every show is equal or every judge or like whatnot is equal, but for the most part, it is pretty impartial. That's one thing I'd like definitely appreciate. Like we've lost fights on our own show, right? It's not like we don't do. It's not possible in our system to like buy the judges and put someone there that like you know
Yep.
there's I'm sure there's like things that people can do in terms of I don't know, like playing that social game,
Yep.
like kind of grease the wheels but being friends with like
Yep.
yeah, I don't think Better I or anyone on the team is like really on that level. We focus on just getting our guys like real
Yep.
good.
Oh yeah, and very obvious. Yeah. I mean, look at the matchups you guys give yourselves for Christ's sake. Not easy.
Yeah.
um, no, I agree, and that's a slippery slope once you start trying to do that stuff. Just don't listen. Sometimes mismatches happen. You don't know. It's on paper. It looks fine. You go in there like, okay, well that didn't work out. But yeah, I agree. And as a fight fan, I just want hard. I want hard fights and I want close fights. Walk away fights I hate. I'm not interested in those. So um, I agree. We're doing better. If there's anything I could say about Canada as a whole, we're doing better about that. And because of that, you can see everything's flourishing. There's tournaments. Shout out to Daryl, Dark Side Daryl, the CMTO. I mean, there's events. If we're all on the same page and we're not trying to sandbag each other, then we grow, and it's showing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nick, listen, I got to talk to you about something. You just talked about RWS and one championship. I'm going to be real with you. I was holding on to this to do a podcast by myself eventually. I even asked ChatGPT to keep reminding me to bring this up on a podcast.
Oh,
So I'm
hell
going
yeah.
to do it with you.
Let's go.
Okay. You mentioned one championship in RWS, and I'm curious, I live in my own head, but those, we kind of think of those as the pinnacle for right now, top of the mountain. Now, in a very rough, quickly said way, are people able to get to that top two easily? Here's what I mean. When, for example, Joe Ryan, unbelievable Muay Thai, got all the titles, he won everything, and now I could be wrong, but it feels like this is starting to happen a little bit. Yeah, I've been there. I kind of fought guys I've won. I'm gonna go to MMA.
Mm.
It almost feels like, I don't want to say too easy is not the right word, but I guess maybe it feels slightly too easy to reach the top. And I don't know if it's, I don't know how to explain it, but do you hear where I'm coming from?
I do. Okay. All right. I gotta for someone specifically like Joe Ryan, I think uh I get say, wait, I have a good answer. I just
Good
gotta
time,
put the
buddy.
thought because I think in a situation where you are a generational talent, Joe Ryan is absolutely one of those like everything fell together points. You
Sure.
know what I mean?
That can always happen, of course.
Mentally, he's super calm. He's jacked. He's fast. He's explosive, right?
Beautiful to
As an
watch.
yes, absolutely. So for someone like him, I would say, I mean, yeah, it's easy to get onto RWS if you put that time in, right? Nothing's easy. He's putting the time in.
Right.
He's working with his team and he has those attributes.
Yes.
Thing is, he got to that top level. He didn't stay there to prove himself, right? He proved what he needed to for himself to go make a bigger paycheck.
I get that, but I guess I'm just seeing a trend in that. Like, for example, a while ago, you said it was almost impossible to get as a foreigner into Lumpini, stadium. If you were ranked in the top 10 back then, first of all, back then, uh, you weren't even a foreigner. You weren't in there, but just to be in the top 10 in any weight class in Lumpini was huge. You were deadly. And it just feels like titles just seem to be a little bit easier to win. I don't like, I don't know how to explain this. I'm almost wondering if it's like it's almost like when you look at the top 5 of the divisions, there's the
Mm,
top 5 and then there's everyone else.
yeah,
So how many times are you going to keep recycling those fighters fighting each other until they go, yeah, I guess I've kind of reached the max here. Like it it feels like, I don't know. And I'm not saying easy. Yeah, I know easy is not the right word, but the
mhm,
stepping stones are almost a little too clear for you to just go bing, 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 champion.
right.
Um. Anyway,
Uh,
I feel like we're sort of
so
maybe
actually,
losing the prestige of our Muay Thai titles. Maybe
no. I okay. So first, when you say the steps are clear, I actually think that's a good sign.
really
Yeah, because it means that the system is working. The steps are available. You have to climb those steps, right? You know how to. It doesn't necessarily mean you can. Is
agreed.
right? So like anybody can see those steps, but like only the guys who have put the time in and are like good enough can make it, right?
Sure.
If you want to say like, is it too easy? I mean, Alex Pereira joined the UFC and fucking, champion in like 3 fights,
Yep.
right? And
By the way,
yeah,
I don't mean easy. I hate that I use that word. I'm sorry. I don't mean easy. Everything is earned in Muay Thai. Nothing comes easy.
but like even for that, right? Like he was glory champ and like he started late, came off of alcoholism, right? One of those things is just that sometimes when it comes to somebody's story and how they end up there, it's none of us can recreate it,
Of
right?
course.
It's crazy.
And that's why we root for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the idea that it's like it's easier to understand, right?
Yeah.
There's a for like the Muay Thai diehards of like why weren't we able to really break into the scene? I think like politics and money is part of it, but like also just like not understanding the crazy nuances in the
Mhm.
Thai scoring system,
And even today, sometimes I still don't understand watching, a proper Thai fight, 5 round fight.
right?
Yeah.
They like damage is such a big deal, but so is like poise and composure, right?
Balance, posture. Yeah.
Balance. Man, like I see people like block and like do this, and like clean block, they'll fire back, everything's good. They don't like lose that much of a balance, right? And I'll see them like because of something like that over time on points will like come down on the scorecard, right? I think that's probably the biggest factor for why foreigners couldn't make it. They were like the style wasn't pretty enough. They didn't have the connections, is the
Yes.
other one, right? But like they didn't fit the mold of Thai scoring.
Yep.
So they would keep losing in those
Yeah.
like in those scenarios,
Hand
right?
aggression was what you mostly saw. Punch aggression, and that was about
Yeah,
it. Oh,
kickers, right? Like I said, like with like if you weren't blocking clean enough, right? If you lost your posture in the clinch as you were doing stuff, if you looked like you were scrambling, that's like
mhm,
such a big knock. And
mhm.
so in order to get on the top levels of like fighting on Raja and Limpini and like being there, I think that's what we were missing from that specific point of view, right? Like that's why it was so legendary and so hard to achieve and obtain.
Mhm.
That's my take on it, right?
No, no,
But
that's cool, man. I, I just want to hear your take. That's it. Just having a chat. But
yeah,
I guess I missed that. And don't get me wrong. Look at the champions now. There's no champion in RWS or one championship that isn't like a freak of nature generational athlete. Don't get me wrong. Um, and yes, of course, promotion and social media. I get it. I get that's all part of it. And the rest of the world has caught up. Don't get me wrong. That's a big part of it, right? With trainers go out like yourself, you go out to Thailand, you learn, you fight, and what do? You bring that back, right? So now the next generation gets that shortcut. So I was just curious on someone like you, your opinion, because you're a big Muay Thai nerd like me, but I just use Joe Ryan as an example, but it just feels like
I see what you mean.
yeah,
I get it. I think the social media is probably like a big part of it,
yeah, for
right?
sure.
If you can bring the viewership, you can bring the money in, and if you can bring the money in and you are like exciting, right?
Yeah.
Then you'll be given a shot, right?
Yep.
Like more people now are given a shot than we've ever seen before,
Yes.
I think. Um, and like the I do feel like the ecosystem is moving pretty quickly. Like it's hard to find like hard to build like a following and like find a viewership, if
You
that
think
makes
so?
sense. Yeah, it's like it's easier because you have social media, but like the number of people that I follow now compared to like the number of people that you like could find out about back in the day. You know, like now it's just kind of like someone's name came in, it's gone. Someone's name came in, it's gone.
Yeah.
Someone's name came in, it's gone. Right. So I feel like it's so easy to get distracted in that way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Good call, man. Good call. Cool. What do you think of this? Like, well, you fought on Max, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what year did you fight there?
2019,
2019. So just before the pandemic?
just before. Actually, we got food poisoning in Chiang Mai before flying out. And
Oh
so we
God.
got on a plane to on Japan Airlines and just like sick as a dog. And like the stewardesses are freaking out. My partner's like, oh, they're being so nice. I'm like, I don't know, we might get quarantined in Japan.
Yeah, man.
So we didn't get quarantined. We both recovered okay, but it was insane. I'm just like, I've been quarantined before because I think I went back to China like 2 years after SARS or something as a kid, and I had a real bad cold,
Yeah.
and they quarantined me. I like stayed at the airport in Beijing for like must have been like 8 hours, like running tests on me before
Wow.
they let me out. My grandpa was outside, like that was before like I had my own phone and stuff like that
Right.
too. Like all the guardians are like freaking out because I'm just stuck somewhere. They're
Right.
like, he landed.
You're
But
crying in
yeah,
a room by yourself. Mobby.
I was trying to figure out like on the plane in Japan, just or like on in the air on the way to Japan, just being like, "Are we gonna make it home on time?"
Bro. So was it just barf or was it, both ends?
Not on the plane, but it was both ends when we got sick, for
Oh, okay.
sure.
Because I was gonna say I would imagine being on an airplane like that, that is gotta be a nightmare, a real nightmare.
Wasn't much better, dude. Oh,
Yeah, just because I didn't shit my pants, it doesn't mean I had fun.
oh, dude, we like we booked the overnight train on the way there, and on the way back, I guess I waited a little too last minute, and maybe it was like a weekend or something, and so there were no overnight trains left.
Hmm.
So I booked the overnight bus the day of, and we got sick waiting like at the bus station. We ate some bad curry.
Oh, bro.
And the shopping mall at the bus station. I think all the street food was safe, but the shopping mall had some bad
Yikes.
food. I was like, God damn it! That's
How
the one
how
time I've ever gotten sick in Thailand.
oh really? Hey. Nice.
Yeah.
How long did you from eating to like, oh boy, my stomach's turning? How long did that take?
Once we got on the bus was when it got real bad. But like the moment, so we came down from Pai and we already had like, I don't, because it's coming down the mountain on switchbacks.
Yeah.
So we're already a little woozy in the morning. We're like, okay, the bus leaves like 2 hours. Let's go get some food. So we felt like shit the whole time.
Right. Right.
And I think, yeah, uh, feeling bad there already was pretty bad. And then, sorry.
Oh, it's so good, man.
uh Feeling bad there was already pretty bad, and then that was maybe like midday. By 6 p.m. was when like the throwing up started, and by
Oh,
midnight was just like fever dreams and getting up to poop and then puke and then back to sleep and fever dreams and
oh,
stomach around. Yeah.
brutal. How many times have you been training in Thailand or up there
uh,
fighting training?
I had 2 fight trips.
Okay. Nice. KU Summit, yeah, I assume.
Pardon?
KU
No.
Summit?
So my first one was actually like our gym was kind of split between Sichapo and Kesselman.
Damn.
And my second trip, actually, I was like, that was my longer trip. And I went, like, the intention was to kind of meet a buddy at FA group and just kind of like get warmed up and then go somewhere for longer and like really get established.
Hmm.
But they really liked me out there. They got me cool, like, they got me a fight right away. I think, like, the one thing about FA group, I think it's different now, but at the time was like post pandemic, kind of like knockout was just starting up again. RWS was having its first season of
Right.
like the tournament, right? And so everything was kind of just getting rolling. Um, and uh, the main trainer there would make money off of getting people fights, right? Like it's like a finder's fee for
Mm.
getting a decent matchup up.
Yep.
So he would just, if you were halfway decent, you want to fight?
In you go. Yeah.
Oh, dude, he ran a hustle too. Like every time you fought, you get like 5 free tickets or something, and he'd
Okay.
line up there with the free tickets and charge the foreigners a discounted ticket price and just pocket the money. Uh,
Entrepreneur.
oh yeah, dude, he grinded though. He was a tank. Like he helped everyone. He drove everyone. Like he holds, it must be fucking like 25 rounds of pads a day, a session.
Bang. A session.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
nonstop. And that's like between like the Thais train at a different time too. So like he's doing 3 to 5 rounds with foreigners, and then he's doing a bunch of pads with like the fighters that have fights coming up too
Right.
after. Right. So like he was a savage. So like he worked super hard, absolutely loved betting on Muay Thai. So would just make extra cash to go bet more on Muay Thai.
Nice.
Yeah. But big group, yeah, they got me a sick fight. I got on knockout for the first one. The same week we got onto a festival fight, and then the next one that I was supposed to fight on RWS on the prelims when Yotin was fighting for his title.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So then that was the one I tore my knee. So like
I see.
I fought 2 back to back and like was feeling real good in camp, and I think 2 weeks out tore my MCL.
Damn.
Yeah.
So did that was the, shutting it down obviously from that, hey?
Yeah, like I couldn't walk for a week. It was
Yeah.
we like tried to see it. I went to the hospital. They were like, ugh. But like I was like, all right, if I could get a brace, if I could keep training, and I was like, I couldn't keep training. That was the one thing that I was like,
Yeah.
fuck. Like come like I think I tore it on Thursday. Come Monday, I was like, yeah, I gotta call it off. There's no way.
Yeah. Yeah. What how long did that take to recover from it? Are you still dealing with issues?
Still dealing with it.
Yeah.
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 So,
Injuries like that just never go away 100%.
no, for sure not. And I'm avoiding surgery too. I think that's like a big one. Everyone's like, oh, do surgery, go get like check with the surgeon, blah, blah, blah. Like ligaments are easy to fix now. It's standard. but like I think the a lot of the research is that it can also help temporarily and it can help do some things, but then
Hmm.
you have to go through the trauma of like getting sliced into, right? So like not mental trauma, but like your knee remembers, right? So it could also make it worse. There's like a low chance it'll make it worse. There's a low chance it doesn't get any better. It might just be like that. Something's better and something else is worse.
Yeah.
I'm just sticking to doing the physio.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I was a bit of a different circumstance. I just wrecked everything. I had to have surgery, but it's 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 another thing. Like I have another possible surgery when I'm older. Maybe I not. But kind of like what you're saying, like, hey, we could do this now. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not sure I need it right now. I can still manage. Like I don't want to rush to a knife. Like if it gets like you're in your sense, if it gets bad enough where I'm like, okay, I'm really having problems, then
Mhm.
maybe surgery is an option. But if you're not there yet, man, yeah, why bother? Why do that?
Yeah, I think like unless I can't walk or I can't pivot at all, um, I'd probably avoid the surgery.
Yeah.
Like personally, that's like where my line is. I can training kind of hurts the day after,
Yep.
that kind of
Yep.
thing. But if I do daily stuff every single day where I work on the strength and like I stretch out and I go see the professionals once it gets out of hand, right? And I can keep it under a certain pain threshold long term, like I'm gonna stick to that.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. That's to be honest what I was saying. Like I'm probably done training. Like that's one thing they very much said they don't want me doing at all anymore is pivoting on my right foot, for left kick. Like anything like that. They're like, do not. Because it won't be if you end up on the operating table again, it'll be when. Like it will go again. Like, oh, okay. So so yeah, I know the pivoting thing. So is pivoting? I don't know. Like I'm trying to compare it to like how my knee is. Like I'm pretty much still well aware of every single step I take with my right foot. Are you still weary like that training or anything? Like you can just let it fly. You don't have to worry about it
Uh,
per se.
when someone catches my right kick, I'm always a little iffy there because then I'm
Okay.
balancing on the bad leg,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
and
know.
that's if I'm jumping around and like even back when it's healthy, right? And you like, let's say you're having like a hard week in training and like you're tight on the IT band side,
Yep.
right? Even when it's healthy, it's like a little sketchy,
Yep.
right? Um, like now that there's been a tear, anytime anyone catches my right leg, I'm always like, uh-oh,
Yeah.
either like go down right away or like try to shell in or just be like, all right, stop.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah. Good
yeah.
call. Uh, was that part of what led to your retirement?
I think there's like yeah, it plays a big role
Yeah.
having that permanent injury. I've
Mhm.
fought with it, but it's definitely like camp makes it so much worse.
Yep.
And then when you're done camp and everything's like kind of unwinding and like you've neglected the things in order to get the performance gains out of it, you're like,
Yep.
oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you make it to the fight, then you've made it. It's the training camp getting to the fight that's the hard part with an injury.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
the aftermath too, right? The
Yeah.
aftermath of just like having to recover um on those things after like trying to maintain things, but your body's just like redlining for so long.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
No, I hear you, man. What What were some of your overall favorite maybe fight or training memories of being out in Thailand?
Um, wait, I want to answer the favorite fights thing
Let's
first.
go. Favorite
There were
fights. Oh yeah.
two favorite fights.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes, you said favorite fight.
Yeah,
First
I
one,
did.
like, Max was insane.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think, yeah, Max was so cool. Like they have their own stadium that they've built, and so they have like a sliding screen door, right?
Yep.
So when you walk in, they like point the camera at the screen. It's just a giant TV screen. So you're standing behind it. It's dark, and then it opens up into the crowd, right?
Nice.
Yeah, that's so cool. And like they're the one of those promotions too, where like the day before you do all the weigh-ins, and line everyone up in the ring, you take a photo, and then they go through like, okay, so this is what's gonna happen tomorrow. When you come through, this is how you do the thing. Pose here, throw a combo, look good, right? They like kind of coach you through the aesthetic of coming in. It
Okay.
was pretty cool. And like they have a promoter that wraps like yeah, promoter, a promoter like a staff at Max wraps your hands, not your
Oh,
coach.
okay.
So like everyone gets the same kind of wrap job, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
So that was pretty sick too. And then the other thing that they do that's kind of interesting is they weigh you in, at least back then, they weigh you in before you fight. So they weigh you in, like everyone goes to the weigh-ins, you make weight, and then they see how much you blow up.
Okay.
That was a crazy one for me. I think I gained 25 pounds.
What?
Insane.
Nick.
Oh, the big Wang.
Yeah, extra large big wing. Oh my God.
Thick. Yeah. Like I think that's part of why I was bleeding so much. Like
Hmm.
that was one where I got the cut and the huge blood came out.
Great
Was because
picture.
yeah. Just, like, I think winning that fight made it like all worth that.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Coming out and just like this eye was swollen and this eye had so much blood pouring out of it I couldn't see. And so like in the third round, like I think he hit me with the elbow at the end of the second and like into the eye socket. And so in the third round, like partway through, I'm like rubbing this eye to open it up and then wiping the blood off
Right.
just so I could see, or else it was like pitch black. Like, oh my God. All right, good to go. Keep
Holy
going.
cow.
Yeah, that was insane. That
Nick
was
Stevie Wonder Wang.
shit, dude. And another cool thing about that one, like that was probably the only time I've really like noticed the crowd, but it was because anywhere, any direction I went, I could see people, like random people in the stands would be like,
Really? Hey?
yeah. So there's like, yeah, yeah. I'd hit a knee and someone would be like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, keep going.
I did good.
Yeah, yeah. That was sick. That was cool. Like if I like paused for a moment, I'd see someone be like, go, 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 go. And I'd like that gave me so much energy. That was fucking
Fun.
thing ever.
Nice. And the pioneers of entertainment Muay Thai, man. Max Muay Thai. Listen, it got some criticism for its entertainment, and now look what they've caused.
Yeah, everyone followed the template. Like we all shut down during the pandemic, and then what? Super Champ opened up, RWS.
Yep.
One's doing something unique, I guess, but it's like the same idea.
Yep. Yep, for sure.
It's insane. Like the main circuit now is following off of how Max like established their game.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
They found it. Good on them. That was cool. And I used to watch all those fights when my kid was born, so he's 8 now. So literally from before he was 1 until God knows when, at least maybe 2, when he could actually start getting up and moving around and doing his thing. I would wake up 6 a.m. every morning and watch Max Muay Thai live on YouTube, man. I don't know, 2019. Dude, there's a good chance I watched your fight, man. I didn't realize it. There's a good chance.
Yeah, the other one too that's really cool about that experience was like I guess so many people just watch fights out there, right?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. Like we would go out, and it helps that my face was all fucked up,
Right.
so people recognized me like right away. They were like, "Oh, you're that guy who had that crazy war last night." Right, for like a week, people could recognize me. Like, we'd go to a bar, and people were like, "Oh shit, did you just fight? Like, I think I saw you on TV." Or like,
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah. That was me.
yeah, that was cool. That was like
Just that whole scenario, the way you described that whole story, the fight, the crowd, and everything. Is that sort of your crown for fighting?
yeah, I think so. That was definitely the peak. Like, that was so cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what everyone's sort of looking for, man. I want to be bleeding. I want to win. I want the crowd. I want to be recognized. Like it all sort of fell in place for you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was the coolest like moment in my fight career in terms of just like how things are going. It was, I think like I really took a serious thought at like quitting normal life to stay out there.
Yeah.
I think Eddie, you've had Eddie on the podcast, Eddie Farrell.
Yep.
Like 3 or 4 people messaged me being like, Eddie just opened a gym in Phuket and he's looking to sponsor a fighter at your weight. And I was like, maybe I do this.
Nice.
Yeah, like thinking about messaging work and being like, all right, guys, I'm not coming back.
Tell you what, man, I did that podcast with Eddie because on your suggestion, it was your suggestion to me. That's why I reached out to him. So I appreciate that. And the reason I didn't do it, as you can see, and we all, for those who know, man, that's a scary looking cat. I was nervous.
Oh, it's so cool. His wife trained at Sichapo for her fight on One too. So
oh yeah, okay.
We never like crossed paths, but they were like big fans of that of the Sichapo setup.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What a legendary story, man.
Yeah.
But all right, man. I don't
I
want to take
think
up a great deal more of your time here. I can see you're peeking off. Okay, your in-laws are telling you, "Hey, get off the computer." Um, hey, what are your so just out of curiosity, before we get to the three fight people, of course, but somebody who, like you said, the giving back and being part of things and seeing people come underneath you and get success. That's an old school coach's mentality. So in saying that, this is a different question when you ask a fighter instead of somebody in your position. Where would you like to see Muay Thai go in Canada, or where would you like to see it improve? More importantly, what else? What else are we doing well from your eyes? I'm not saying officially, just from your eyes.
okay, so I want to start off with I think the safety is pretty good.
Yeah,
Like overall things, like everyone who's in it is in it together. I think that's like a big thing. It clearly you can kind of see how the people running the show are trying to stay in contact as well. Like
yes,
Canada's a country. We're not organizing, across three state lines. We're organizing across like east to west coast of like these massive spans where there's no Muay Thai or there's just no people.
yeah,
Right. So the fact that people are trying to stay coordinated in this sense, it's not perfect, but it's working in the right direction.
yep,
I think I
agreed.
appreciate that. I think one thing we could do better uh, is have the country kind of match up its like tracking fights as like a country. I think Ontario does a pretty good job of like keeping track relatively, but like an open source style of like everybody's got their records up.
Like a
Oh,
public database.
yeah.
Okay.
And even just, like if they're doing all the paperwork to manage like safety already
Yeah.
anyway, right? When somebody wins, like it this is kind of what we pay membership for, right? Obviously for them to run the safety and like do all the things and train people,
Right.
but it shouldn't be that much harder to take that Excel and then put it in another Excel, right?
And do you
It,
think that's just to help stop people from lying about records?
lying about records, but also just like maintain the fight, like we don't have a direction to go because we don't know. I think like a big part of the scene right now is that the, in order to get somewhere, you have to be involved in the politics. You can't just fight, right?
Yes.
I think like to have the numbers out there of like this guy has this many fights, these are the people they fought. That's why they belong in spot number two.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they belong as the champion, and or like the champion kind of makes sense, right? But like also even like people who are the champion but haven't fought number two, right? Like
Yeah.
who else have they fought? How did they get there?
Yeah.
Right? Do they deserve that title? Like that kind of thing. I think that's like in order to say this is why you deserve that spot. This is why you deserve to be invited to Team Canada. Like, I think that should be more open. And I think that's the way to do it, right? We're keeping track of all the data. They already have them in spreadsheets. I know because we organize capital punishment. We submit the spreadsheet,
Right.
right?
Right.
So put all the spreadsheets in one folder and have AI do something with it or something, like just keep track of everybody's fight numbers.
You know,
Keep track of
now that you mention it, I don't know. I'd have to rattle this around in my brain a bit, but maybe that's what I was actually saying about making it too easy to get to the top. If you play the politics, you'll get there quicker than everyone else. But I guess
mm,
that's with life, period. I mean, shoelace competitions, Rubik's cube. I guess it's all the same. You know, doesn't it's not particular to fighting, but I don't disagree at all that opportunities sometimes. I don't know about Muay Thai, but for the most part in life, it's as you know the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
mm.
But that's in life. That's in everything. Um, I also think that might help promoters if there's a database out there. Well, yeah, like you said, like, well, who's number six? I got someone at number eight. Like who, like maybe it's easier matchmaking is why as well. Jesus, that didn't come out well.
As someone who's helping with looking for matchups and stuff, I definitely agree. Like
Okay.
you have like we'll get people that are A class. We want to fight A class fights, right? That's like a big one.
Yep.
But in general, like sometimes weight classes are thin, right? Especially in the A class portion of like trying to make sure that people have good matchups. Like, how do we find something exciting?
No.
Where else can we dig for names, right? I'm looking through the database or like the rankings on Muay Thai Ontario, right? But then I'm searching like New York area or like American fighters that are like I don't know, female 125 A class to try to find Morgana, like somebody to fight.
Yeah.
Who can step up to her if she's fighting on RWS and she wants to keep active and compete,
Yes.
right? And it's like it's not just Morgana, right? Like there's other people 155 A class, 147 A class, right? What about 147 B class? Where can I find somebody that can match up someone who like we think they're getting to A class level? We want someone good, right? I think that's for promoters for sure.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. It would probably have to be honestly maybe a third party company because there's Muay Thai Canada, WBC, WKA. There's all these alphabets out here that I
But
would imagine.
even if each commission kept track, then I have to look at 3 places and not just Google and try to look if that person's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like yeah, for
looking
sure.
at 3 is better than looking at 30. Yeah.
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 And of course, like we have biases too. Like we don't it as a promoter, you don't want to just lose money, right? So you want to know that someone's reliable, someone's going to be easy to work with, not be a diva,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, we've definitely run into those on our end.
Sure. Yeah. Everywhere. For sure. For sure. That's a good point. So,
Mhm.
you think that's somewhere we can improve is having like a fighter database for the country?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Good call. Good
we're
call.
keeping track of the fights. We just need a place. Yeah, we need a place where it's like a little more open for everybody kind of see what the records are. And like if someone's lying and somebody else has to fight them, that's when it comes out,
Yeah. Yeah. And there needs to be consequences for sure. Yeah, I agree. All right, man. Well, listen, before we get to the end here, of course, I always have a few questions.
Yeah.
Number one, who are your 3 favorite Canadian fighters of all time and why?
Canadian favorites. Hmm. Does Petch count as Canadian now? Petch Patamong is technically.
Boy, you got to start blurring the lines right away, do you? I'll take him, man. If he wants to be Canadian, we want to call him Canadian, then let's do it. Yep.
Simon Marcus was definitely one of my favorites to watch.
Yeah.
He was always super cool.
Would you put him number 1 pound for pound overall? Oh, never mind. Just it's hard to say. There's fighters like John-Yves Thériault in the 80s and stuff. But I mean, maybe as far as Muay Thai, just straight Muay Thai. I can't. I would personally.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simon Marcus is so fucking good. He's such a career too. He's fighting.
Yeah, I'm fighting MMA. Yeah, what a madman.
Crazy. Yeah, so I'm really excited for him.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be like my team.
Hey, man, if it's yours, it's yours. I'm talking to you. You don't have to make it up. If that's who it is, that's who it is.
I think Maddox, man. Maddox is, yeah, like he's just got so much up there. I think Maddox is going to be like he is one of my favorite fighters to watch. He's absolutely entertaining. Fucking gives everything in the ring, right? And he's getting better every day. So like, big name to watch out for. Shout out to Maddox Bowker.
Maddox Bowker. Wow, nice shout out, man. How do you think before we get to number 3 here? Let's talk about that fight, man. Him versus Devin, undefeated. What do you think?
Little Shield. Oh man. Devin's real relaxed, but like I don't see any danger coming from Maddox.
Okay.
I think that's like the main thing. So I'm not worried. The only thing I'd ever be worried about for Maddox, especially for this matchup, is just him getting in his own head, maybe.
Okay.
But he's working hard. He's buckled down. He's real good right now.
Well, his record is 17-2, right?
Yep.
And I think Devin is 17-0. Like that is wild, man. This is a proper title fight, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a sick, and he's good. He's real good. He's good at like getting shots. He's good at shutting down the clinch. He's good at like kind of like staying elusive and get his ground back, right? Like I could maybe see a place where Maddox feels lost for a bit, like because of how well Devin does his thing. So this, I think, the first time where, because like even Caden, when they fought, Caden just 8 shots and came back.
Yep.
Right? If Maddox doesn't feel it on his, on his knee or his punch, I wonder how he's going to react to it, because I don't know if he's ever had to deal with that before.
Sure.
Right. Yep. That'll be something new. But other than that, like he's got all the tools. He can grind in the clinch. He fights outside. He's got a long knee, long kick, real sharp hands, pieces the fuck out of me with his hands.
Well, yeah, man. Compared to you, he's got go-go gadget arms.
Oh man, I've fought long people before. I've fought people, maybe not Maddox's height. Fucking 6'4" is so tall.
That's
But I fought
outrageous.
today, right? I fought Thomas before I fought on Max, and that was a crazy fight too. Like off dehydration. That was like I think it had been a year since I'd fought, and I screwed up my rehydration fighting Thomas Mandra and just like still took it to him.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
yeah, a great fight. Obviously now he's also like really skyrocketed,
You bet.
but like dealing with length is something you can deal with. It's hard, but it's something simple,
Yep.
right? Um, the problem is all the things that I do against a guy like Thomas Mandra, Maddox shuts me down there too.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, so like I could see like him and Kate, based on him and Caden being tall fighters, I think he's gonna bring it to Devin.
Yeah. I fully assume that that's like if I just had to take a guess, that's what we're going to see is Devin will be Devin, you know, calm, cool, collected guy, great style. But I also think if you allow people to have that cool, calm, collected style, then good. That's what they're looking for. I think you're going to have to put pressure on them to get them
Yeah,
out of that style.
yeah,
So and Maddox puts pressure on people. So man, this is a good style matchup here. I'm excited that I get to be in the corner of Maddox.
yeah.
Uh,
Sick. Oh, thank you, man.
I'm,
Appreciate it.
of course, I'm happy to help. But either way, I just man, I just want to be part of it. That's all. So I'm really looking forward to that fight, man. That's gonna be a good one. Looking forward to it. You got a number 3 for us? Sorry, third favorite Canadian fighter of all time.
Uh, there's so many on the list. um, hmm.
Hmm.
Is this sorry? Like the hesitation is literally just me being like, who do I want to put out there as like the number 3?
Yeah, yeah, no, I got you. While you're thinking, and just interrupt me when you're ready. I would have to go with for me. Number 1 would be
Oh
probably
yeah,
Trevor Smandich. Number 2, Shane Campbell. Number 3, Simon Marcus. For me.
another Simon fan.
Yeah. Well,
Sick.
I know his accolades. Like he should be. You know, I guess those are my favorites. I didn't maybe pick pound for pound, but like,
Yeah, favorites
um,
is it's who
yeah,
you love. That's
yeah.
what.
Well, and I knew Trevor. I know Trevor, so it was easy for me to follow him, of course.
Mhm.
But
Man, this is so hard.
then leave it. If you have to search that hard, it's not legit. We'll leave it.
All
That's
right,
why
so
you try to make it 3. That way you don't have to search far. Because if you do, then you're searching. Okay, so who are your favorite fighters of all time and why?
ooh, all right. I thought about this one specifically. I didn't get the Canadian one. Like was blindsided. I was like, oh shit.
Yes. All right. Good.
Um, one of the first people I started watching was Sidichai.
Sidichai. Nice.
Yeah, like he was easy to follow as somebody who was like getting into Muay Thai from doing other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's just got such a clean style,
Yep.
and like it was cool because also he just like he beat Taiwan Shai in Muay Thai. Like that was fucking badass.
That's a crazy win.
Still in, right? Like
Yep.
now is I think he's going back out to kickboxing and like left one championship, but just
Yeah.
like he was on the top circuits for so long and still doing it. And I think he's my age, so it was like something to look up to when I was like growing my career.
Mm-hmm.
Um, top 3, you said?
Yes, sir.
Oh shit.
If you got to search too far, we'll stop.
Nong O.
Nong. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Why?
Nong O is again another one that's like, dude, he's just been around so long.
Yeah.
But mostly because again, his body type.
Yeah.
Like I watched him, like I studied Nong O. He's just like such a good template for like generating power, still staying slick, smooth, super strong.
Yeah.
Right?
He looks like he weighs 300 pounds and he's made of solid oak.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's so cool.
Yeah.
So like it's just like in all the names he's like fought other heroes, right? Fought and beat a bunch of my other heroes. So it's
Right.
just like,
So,
oh.
how were you feeling in the feels when he got knocked out by Haggerty? Oh, bro. Hurts. Hurts.
Oh man, that hurt hard. I
Yeah.
think that was right before, or no, it was right after he did the seminar in Canada too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a
So
bit of curse going on here. Because
oh
Liam lost to Nongo, right? He did a seminar here.
yeah.
Nongo lost. Who was the other one that we brought? That Petrosian? You know, like
Uh,
there's a bit of a Calgary curse going on for seminars.
damn, you guys brought Petrosian over?
Yeah, man.
It would have been so cool.
Yeah, it was a good seminar.
Fuck. He's
Thank
also on
God.
that top list, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think like probably number one, I would have to make Yotin.
Yeah, I
Like,
had a feeling, man. I had a feeling. I see you comment
yeah,
lots.
yeah. Like, I mean, but just like the fact that he like changed his style, I got to train with him. He's taking care of me. Like, Yotin FA group is kind of like the pinnacle for me of what a fighter should be in and out of the ring.
Good call.
You know, like
Yeah.
as a person, there's like so many things in there. Like we got pretty close. So I think that's the other thing is just like really understanding someone on top of watching them fight and watching them train and how they kind of like how they structure everything. It just gives me so much insight too. So
And so,
yeah,
so something you quickly just said there was uh, Yotin, for many reasons, is your number one, but there's obviously a personal connection there. He helped you. He fair to say, guided you. Yeah.
yeah,
While you were
for sure.
there. Yeah. So he helped you. He guided you. You guys made a personal connection, and now you kept that going. That's why I love Muay Thai. That it's that right there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Give back. That's great, man. And listen, that man has many hairstyles. It's unbelievable. He's got them all.
His,
Yeah.
I think he did the one where he fought bald too.
Yep. You bet. Had that big crazy shag he had as well. Like, man.
Yeah, that perm was crazy. I think like 4 or 5 different people from the gym got it. I was like, what the? I think there was one year too. Everyone dyed their hair blonde.
Oh yeah.
That was like 2024. No, 2023. I had just left Thailand. And I guess hot season kicked in, and it was so hot. They were all like, "Fuck the black hair. I'm going blonde."
Wow. I never even thought of that.
Everyone at the gym, every single person. I think, like,
Really?
yeah, it was
That's
crazy. It
crazy.
was like the entire like I had just left, and then like a month later, it looked like everyone went Super Saiyan.
Jeez, no kidding. Like a giant, ugly boy band.
Yeah, it was real funny. But yeah,
Right
yeah.
on.
Part of the shaggy hair, it's like normal again now.
Right. So,
The
so
Rasta like perm was hilarious.
I liked it, man. Listen, I got to be real. That's kind of been coined by Pecorn. I feel like that's sort of he's rocking that look.
But I think Yotin's probably the first high level fighter to use like calf kicks. I think
Damn
that
right.
was cool.
Yep.
That was so new. But I think that's another testament to why like I really like his style because he can change, right? He
Yeah.
really like he's adapted from being FEMA to like being like a hardcore clinch fighter, getting back into it, mixing up both, using that FEMA and landing sick elbows like
Yep.
into knees, pushing off, right? And
I
now
love
like
I love IQ fighters, man. Guys that can adapt. They're smart. That's my favorite kind of fighter.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. What was I gonna say about Yotin as well? Oh, the calf kicks. You guys play around with calf kicks at the gym?
Uh, not that we teach, but some of the guys are getting into it. Yeah, for sure.
I started a few months ago. I'm like, all right, man. Listen, you know, before I move on, let me tell you about my opinion on calf kicks.
All right.
Are they effective? Absolutely. Do they finish fights? Absolutely. Do they ruin good fights? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Man, you take 3, 4, and then you see it's now a survival game. And I'm like, no, just ruin the fight. And I
yeah,
always hear people go, well, learn how to block them. Well, listen, we learn how to block head kicks too. And I still see head kicks happen week after week. Like,
yeah.
oh, just block it. Oh, okay. Like, I think that's such a stupid thing to say, but what's your
Yeah.
opinion on calf kicks?
Oh man. Uh, I think if you can use them well and still keep the fight exciting, I'm like pretty into it.
Yeah.
Like actually the first time we had to deal with cat kicks as a team, Dan fought a guy. I actually don't know what his real name is, but his nickname was Boomer.
Okay.
Every time Dan would whip that left kick out, he'd just eat it and fucking calf kick him right back, right? And like Dan still managed to squeak a win in that fight, but it was fucking hard. At some point, he was falling all over the place and just like, yeah, intense. And then I think that's probably when like Dan started experimenting with throwing them.
Yeah.
But just that, like, if it doesn't hit you clean, to be able to chop right back and smash the lower leg, you can like sweep, you can do whatever, but this like you're just doing pure damage, right?
Yep.
And there's almost no way to block it. It's fast, it's out there, you're already on one leg, and you just
Yep.
like snipe away at the calf kick.
Yep.
So that was fucking like Dan's leg was so fat after that.
I bet. I bet.
Didn't break it. That was
Yeah.
also
Good.
for me. I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
Calvin Chai can't say the same, man. You know.
oh, dude.
Yeah, you don't recover from that properly either. We just talked about that. Yeah, I was playing with calf kicks with one of my guys doing a 1-to-1. And again, I've never really done them. I didn't concentrate on them too much. It only took a few, and I was like, bro, like that really hurts. Holy cow.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. But anyway, what last but not least, sir, you get to give one shout out to somebody. Who are you giving it to?
I'm gonna have to give it to my wife, who's been checking up on me.
Smart man. Smart man.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
sorry, Mrs. Wang, for taking your husband's time.
yeah, I mean, from the gym to training to any of the things, like none of this would be possible without being able to have her support. So she's been in it with me, not since I started fighting, but has adapted her lifestyle to help support it. So that's like probably the biggest sacrifice you could ask from someone.
Good call. That's real support. Yeah. Yeah. And matter of fact, not only beside you, like literally, isn't she taking pictures at fight cards too?
Yep. Yeah, we
There
were
you go.
together. Yeah.
There you go. Photography duo. Nice.
It was one of the things that we kind of bonded over when we met. But on that, she has been rushing me, so I should head out.
Okay. Sorry, man. Real quick.
Thank you. Yes.
Anybody else you want to shout out?
Everyone at Westside. I've been, yeah, everyone at Westside. Friggin' Noah's got his fight coming up. Owen has a title fight coming up. Maddox has a title fight coming up. All the guys that help us train the boys, like obviously Ben, right? James and Wayne, the original owners. Just everyone out there that I get to see on pretty much a daily basis that like makes life a little better, you know?
Yep. Yep. Nice, man. All right, man. Just to finish it off, I just want to say, listen, I'm a massive fan of you. I'm a massive fan of Ben, Maddox, everybody at Westside Muay Thai. I'm a big fan of you guys. I consider you guys friends. My favorite event that I was at in 2025 was Capital Punishment. That was my favorite event. The next morning was my least favorite morning of the year. But listen, man, I'm a big fan of you guys. I consider you guys friends, and I'm proud to be on the Instagram journey and talking to you guys, watching all the success you guys have. I'm proud to know you guys.
Yeah, absolutely proud to know you too, man. Thank you for everything you've done for us and been through with us. Really
only the beginning, sir.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, listen, I'll let you get to it. Say hi to everybody for me, and I thank them for allowing you to take an hour and a half of your time.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, brother. Talk soon.
Bye.